What's up, y'all? Today, we're in another one of Austin's lake towns. Today, we're going to be discussing the pros and cons, the good and the bad, the pretty, the ugly of Lakeway, Texas.
Yes.
If you want to know more, stay tuned.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name is Wayne, this is Jay. We're the Brandis Properties Group. We're both licensed agents here in the state of Texas, and we love making these videos for you guys. But what we love more is for you to reach out with any of your real estate needs. Call, text, email, days, nights, weekends. We're the ones that answer to those requests.
Yes, guys, and if you could, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when we release the next video. Smash that thumbs up for us. And with that being said, let's get this thing going. All right, y'all. So Lakeway, Texas. Lakeway is going to be located west of Austin. You're going to be about 30 minutes from downtown Austin. And Lakeway is a very unique lake town. When you drive into Lakeway, you're going to be coming in most likely off of 620. And what you'll discover is that there's really not a whole lot of ways in and out of Lakeway. So if you guys can picture, and you've probably seen it before, a lot of cities lay their streets out like a grid. So kind of like
Austin.
Yeah, like they're laid out like a grid, right? It makes sense. It's easy for transportation. It makes it easier to get around. Lakeway is like a spaghetti bowl. If you dropped the city streets of Lakeway into a spaghetti bowl, it'd be all wound and twisted, and it's very difficult to navigate in terms of, hey, I want to get from A to B, or I mean, sometimes it can take you 15 minutes just to get out of Lakeway because of all the windy, twisty roads. And when I say windy and twisty, you're talking very low speeds. So what you guys need to know about Lakeway is it's mostly residential. There is some business here in Lakeway, but for the most part, it's residential neighborhoods, residential streets, very low speed. As you guys drive through, one of the things you'll notice is there's a lot of deer everywhere. So if you do drive through, be careful. Be careful. You don't want to smack into one of those deers and have it hurt the deer and dent up your car and all that kind of stuff. Not fun for anybody.
Yeah, I mean, they still have their H-E-B, hotels and stores and stuff like that. But yeah,
for the hotels and stores and stuff like that.
No, when you said low business.
Low business, yes. It's not like a big business kind of place. The city it's been around for a while, and it's had a lot of growth over the last few years, but the population is still gonna be under 20,000. So it's not the biggest of cities, but it's not as tiny as it used to be either. One of the cool things about Lakeway, for you guys that are into the water sports or boating, there's a handful of marinas throughout the city where you can come down and get on the water. So if you have a boat and you want to keep it in the marina, right down the street, chances are there's one close to you wherever it is that you choose to live. All right, y'all. So another unique feature to Lakeway is you'll find that a lot of the different neighborhoods within the city are gated. So the people who are going to be driving around your neighborhood streets are the people that live there or the people that have business there, because it's gate access. So you'll find that a lot of people have that safe feeling living
Privacy.
in Lakeway. Yeah, privacy, safety. If that's one of your top concerns, Lakeway is a great spot to consider. You'll also find kind of there's kind of it's not like an official breakdown, but there's like old Lakeway and new Lakeway. So there's a lot of parts around the lake and part of that are like the original parts of the city. And then if you get out towards Highway 71, you're going to find big brand new homes that have been built anywhere from today to just a few years ago kind of thing. So kind of a variety of home choices when you come into this town. And the price ranges, I mean, I'm going to say as of right now today, they probably start in the mid fives and go up. So, I mean, when you get some of those lake properties and you're going to be in a couple $1 million price range.
No doubt.
And then there's some homes in between here and there that just kind of fluctuate depending on how big it is and what features it has and so on and so forth.
Some of the older homes do have somewhat of a lower price point though.
Yeah, some of them do. You'll find that some of these homes have been here for quite a while, so they may be in need of updates. They maybe need a little bit of work, that kind of stuff. But what you're buying into is the location.
Exactly. And kind of going back to what you said about just a few roads of going in and out of Lakeway. You can throw up a map for them. Of 620 is the road, and also 71 coming through. Very busy road, a lot of cars, but not a whole lot of, if you're in Austin, you go through 35, 183, Mopac. Right. In Lakeway, there's a few to couple, not even a handful of roads you can go through. So, and you should probably consider that, on a Friday at 5 p.m. how busy it could be.
Yes, and that would be one of the cons, I would say, of living in Lakeway. It's a pro and a con. It's a pro because people are going to be driving by on 620 for the most part, unless you live here. So you're not going to have a lot of traffic around town when you're driving into your home. It's not like, where are all these people coming from? But at the same time, 620 is also a main thoroughfare. I mean, it runs all the way from like Bee Cave into Austin, into Round Rock. It goes a long way, so that can get pretty bad during that rush hour traffic, guys. So if you're commuting somewhere like Austin or anywhere around here, just know that you kind of got to plan around that traffic.
Yeah. And Lake Travis is
Lake Travis is right there, man. It's like on Lake Travis. So Lake Travis is one of those, it's one of the more popular, not most popular, it's one of the more popular lakes in the area. A lot of things going on Lake Travis. You'll find weekends, people out there riding their boats, sailboats, jet skis, all that kind of stuff. Tubing. I think Wayne goes tubing on the weekends on Lake Travis, don't
I go to San Marcos.
Oh, he goes to San Marcos. Sorry, guys. Wrong lake. But you do go tubing.
Yes, I do. There's I can't think of it, what it's called. The party boat. What is it called?
The party boats?
Yeah,
like the cruise ships, little party boats, double deckers.
What are they called?
I know what you're talking about. They do have those out here, guys. You can come out, get a group of friends together. You guys can rent one of these big party boats, and they'll take you out. You guys can have your fun.
And then they anchor you, and then
Some of them have little slides attached to it, so you can slide into the water. Like it's a pretty good time.
And if you rent one out, like I think you can bring. I think last time I went, it was like 40 people. So and it was,
these are big double decker type boats.
Yeah, it was no more than $50 a person though. So I mean, split between that many people, it's very affordable too.
Yes.
And you just have fun. You can go during the day, or you can go towards the end of the night, and then after you're done at Lake Travis, you go out.
Absolutely.
The night is young.
Yeah. So one of the pros, another pro for Lakeway, if you go to niche.com and check out the school ratings, you'll see that Lake Travis ISD has pretty high ratings. And for those of you that don't know, Lake Travis High School is one of those football powerhouses in the area. So we get calls about people saying, hey, we want our kids to go play football at Lake Travis High School. And Lakeway is one of the places that we show them because it's right down the street and you're definitely going to be in that school district.
Lake Travis, very highly desired schools. And Westlake, they're kind of...
Yeah, Westlake's another option for that. Yeah, for sure.
And their football teams are very, very good. And they start at a really young age too, and
They do.
that's just why they're so good,
They do.
because they start in like 8th grade.
Every year, guys. Every year, you got some pretty good players coming out of these schools.
Yeah, I mean,
But
Baker Mayfield.
yeah, Baker Mayfield to name one. Wayne's idol.
No.
Sorry, Baker. Had to say it. All right, so one of the cons, and I'm calling it a con because on niche.com people rated it a little bit lower, but they're saying the nightlife, if you're into the bar scene and all that kind of stuff, there are restaurants, there are some nice places to go, some places to come hang out, but as far as like party scene or anything like that, unless you're out on one of the party boats on the lake, there's not a lot of options yet. So if nightlife is really, really important to you, it's limited. There's stuff, but not a lot of it.
But you're not terribly far from Austin.
No,
either,
you're not
so-
far. You're not far, but you still got to get there. I mean, it's still kind of it's not like you can walk down the street and
Yeah.
there's your hangout spot kind of thing.
I don't think I want to be driving down 71 on these windy roads at night either. So
Yeah, that's another thing that this could be a pro or a con depending on how you look at it. But at nighttime, the streets out here get extremely dark. You'll find through a lot of the neighborhoods, some of the main roads will have street lights, but a lot of the neighborhoods do not. So when you're driving, you have to be really careful. I mean, I've heard of people driving off the side of a cliff and getting their car stuck in the ditch kind of thing.
don't scare them like that.
Yeah, I'm just letting them know, it's kind of a con. Like
Yeah.
it's great. It's a pro because you don't have the light pollution, but it's kind of a con because it's really dark.
Yeah.
And if you're out moving around at night, it's something for you to consider.
And now that I think about it, driving down 71, coming back from the wedding, like, it was really dark. Like,
Yeah. See, Wayne
lights had to be on the
Wayne
whole
just
time.
did this a week ago. He went to a wedding and same thing. And I think they keep it that way on purpose just to preserve that, hey, you can go outside and look at the stars feel. All right, y'all. So some of the other pros of Lakeway, some of the good. We just gave you a con. Let's go with something good now. There is a lot to do in the community as far as hike and bike trails, parks. There's a dog park. This isn't just limited to an HOA either. This is part of the city parks. They have a lot of green belts running through the neighborhoods, so you can go on there and they make little trails for you to hike on. If you enjoy being outside, the city park sits right on the lake, so you can go down there, swimming, fly a kite. The dog park is in that city park, so if you wanted to take your dog down there, it's a pretty good sized park. And then also the community has quite a few community events throughout the year. They have a couple parades, like a Veterans Day parade,
today.
which is today. Today is Veterans Day. To all you veterans out there, thank you very much for your service. But yeah, the city's very big about community involvement, so it's not limited to just each little HOA. Because you'll find parks and stuff like that, little HOA parks throughout the communities. But when the city has this stuff available, it doesn't cost you anything extra. You just go down there and enjoy it.
Yeah. And they also have an airport here in Lakeway.
That's right. Private airport.
Private. So that's your thing.
Yeah, and I'll tell you guys, some of those homes around that airport have hangars attached, so you can pull your plane in like a garage and park your plane inside your hangar that's attached to your house.
That's crazy.
It's a thing here. I mean, it's a thing. The airport's pretty active. They do stop flights at sunset, so your evenings won't be disrupted by the sound. Occasionally someone breaks those rules, and sometimes they get caught, sometimes they don't, but it's just something else to consider, that there is a little airport, and if that's something that you're into, it's perfect. If it's something that turns you away, then there's parts of Lakeway you can live that's not near that airport.
Yeah. And they have the restaurant, the Oasis. Killer views during the evening.
That's right. And that's technically not part of Lakeway, but it's close.
Very close.
So you go up there, and for those of you guys that want to check it out, Google the Oasis and take a look at some of the views you can have when you go out and enjoy a meal or whatever, meet up with friends, family. You can make a night of it. Pretty cool little hangout spot. All right, y'all. So something unique that I wanted to share with you guys is in the middle of Lakeway, there's another community called the Hills. It's gated. They have a guard. They have a guard shack at the gate that lets people in and out, kind of thing. And it's in Lakeway, but it's not Lakeway. It's the Hills. It's its own little city, like almost like a little village,
little pocket.
Yeah, and it's just like right smacked, and it's
Dead
surrounded
center
by Lakeway. So it's kind of a unique feature of the city to have that there. And I don't know if they ever plan on making it part of Lakeway, like officially part of the city, but sometimes people say they live in the Hills, but instead of that they'll say they live in Lakeway, but it's actually the Hills. So it's its own entity.
House in the Hills.
Yeah, I got a house in the Hills, like the Hills. All right, so let's give this we got to come up with a name for this, what we do here. We started doing this on some of the videos, and I kind of like doing it. And let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you guys like this part of the video or not. So Lakeway, if you have a family, if you are a professional, if you like to live by the water, if you want to have a more upscale feel to your neighborhood, because the homes are more upscale, then Lakeway is for you. If you are after that party nightlife, let's cruise down to all the bars, the strip of bars, you want to jump into that live music scene, you want to be closer to, and I say closer to, there's stuff around here. It's not like it's out in the middle of nowhere, but if you just want to be more into like a city yeah, feel, then maybe Lakeway's not for you. But overall, I mean,
great place to live. A lot of people retire out here too.
They do. A lot of retirees, in fact.
Yes.
Originally, Lakeway was kind of like Lago Vista. It was kind of like a retiree hotspot. People would come retire down on the lake. And from that, it's grown into what it is today, which is
multi-million-dollar house.
Well, yeah, families and just all kinds of stuff going on.
That's what comes to mind when someone says Lakeway. It's just big house, big house, big house.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Hope you found this video helpful. Like I said, any questions about any of your real estate needs, we're here to help you when moving to Austin, Texas.
That's right, guys. Give us a call, text, email, nice days, weekends, doesn't matter. We've got people reaching out to us all the time, and we love to hear from you. Please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when we release the next video. Smash that thumbs up, and until the next video, catch you later.